There's the signature here. Yep, he was a prominent sword maker from the late 1500s. Japan's metals were very limited, so they would pound and fold and make the strongest blades ever compared to the poured steel from medieval Europe. Yoshitsugu is a master that's pretty well known. He made a really good sword.
All right, and big question is, this thinks it's worth $18,000 because someone told him that. And what's it worth?
That's an actual samurai sword. It's got all the paperwork. It's in excellent condition. It's a $15,000 or $20,000 sword.
Told you.
Thanks, Rocco. I'll deal with it from here.
Right on, guys. Thanks, Davey.
I am walking out of here with $18,000 today, come hell or high water. This is going to be a battle of the salesmen. He does it all the time, but I am Davey Deals, so we are definitely going to go at it. What do you think?
So I'll give you 10 grand for it.
18.
10 grand.
Can you take it to an auction or something? Is there some way I can get $15,000 out of this? Come on.
Not for me. I mean, even if you bring it to an auction, you get 15 grand, they're still gonna take like 15, 20%. I mean, I'll go like 12 grand, man. I gotta resell it.
Well, let's trade something.
What are you gonna trade for? You got all the tacky jewelry you need.
I know. I've been eye hustling your sandrail since you got it. Can we do something with the sandrail? And then I'll get a good fuzzy feeling like I didn't get burned on the sword.
I took in a 4-seater sandrail about a year ago. I paid a little over 18 grand for it, had the transmission rebuilt, and put hours and hours of fun into this thing. Let's go take a look at it.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Okay.
You better have Rock put that thing back together before somebody gets cut. I love the cooler up in the front. Can you get it into reverse? Yeah, your son keeps reminding me about when you broke down, the tranny went out on it.
I had the tranny completely rebuilt. Right. So
Will it idle?
it sort of idles. You know what I mean? It's got a big blower on it and everything else. So
And it's built, right? So it's gonna bop, 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 bop.
yeah. So when you cruise around, it's fine. It's in great shape. I've had it blasted. I've had it for over a year now.
Yeah. Should we start it?
Jump in.
Nothing showed up, but it was.
I have a little over $20,000
Sorry,
invested in this thing.
Sorry, I didn't
But I know
record
when I
that.
fire this thing up, Davey is going to give me anything I ask for it.
Times change, and so must Dandelion.
Hooked on this thing, I got to make sure I get my money out. No matter how bad I want that sword.
The Zandalari do not seem to like
So
me
give me the
much.
samurai sword at 10 grand.
Zandala wins.
Samurai sword, 3 grand. 15, 3, 8, that gives you 18 for this.
That's what I paid for.
Zandala forever. Loa watch over you. Vengeance for the fall. Make your way to Nazmir with Rokan. I will meet you there. We must put an end to this blood troll menace.
So I'll go 5 G's. I'll split the half of the transport. 5 grand samurai sword, puts you at 20 G's.
No, I'm 12 grand, so that makes me at 17 G's. I'm still losing money. So give me the samurai sword and 8 grand. That's like the best I could do.
All right, you got a deal.
All right, man.
All right, I appreciate it. It'll stay in the family, you know that.
Let's do some paperwork.
All right. And you're trying to get $18,000.
What do you ask of
I
the
ended up giving them
Zandalar?
$8,000 cash.
Speak your
Why
business.
they do this to me, but they do. I guess they
Zandalar forever.
What do we got here, man?
It's a 1750 blunderbuss.
Okay. Blunder bus, not bust.
Go careful.
To be honest, I don't know much about the gun. I know it's 250 years old, and it seems like it's in pretty good condition. I'm looking to sell the gun today because I need some extra cash to buy my girlfriend an engagement ring.
So where'd you get this thing?
I inherited it from a family member who picked it up at an auction years ago.
Okay.
The thing looks dangerous.
Well, they were dangerous. This thing didn't actually shoot bullets. It just shot anything you could stick down there. Broken up glass, they'd shoot nails, gravel, anything that would really, really hurt if it was coming at you at like a few hundred miles an hour. This gun is a 1750 blunderbuss, and it was predominantly used just to clear out a deck of a ship, a street, something like that.
Is it possible that this isn't a real gun?
Well, it's a real gun because it will shoot.
How can you tell?
It's simple. All you got to do is pull the trigger. It works.
Sweet.
So you're looking to pawn it or sell it?
I'm looking to sell it because I'm getting engaged soon and I need to buy an engagement ring.
We got engagement rings.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we can work something out.
Straight up trade?
Yeah, maybe. Just depends on what you want.
Okay.
And I want to get it checked out first.
You think it's a replica?
No. There's a difference between a fake and a replica.
Okay.
Okay. A replica is you go to a store and you buy it legitimately and everything. A fake is someone who takes a replica, okay, will beat it up like this, age the metal, age the wood, do whatever they can to make it look old,
Okay.
and pass it off for 18 gun.
All right.
There's a proof mark, a date mark, and a maker mark.
Okay.
And they're pretty obscure marks, so you need a guy who knows what they are. My biggest concern is this is a fake. I'm 90% sure it's real, but I'm still not going to put the money out if I'm not sure. I have to have an expert check it out.
Pleasure.
How's it going?
Good to see you again. I've known Rick and the boys for quite some time, and anytime they have an issue where they need a little bit of identification, anything from the 16th century, maybe through Civil War, they call me in and I help them out. The maker, which is right here, is hand engraved,
Okay.
and that says Brander. And Brander, I'm very familiar with. He was a London gun maker, and this would date between 1745 and say 1755. And this side plate is the same as the second model Brown Bess, which was the workhorse of the British military, especially during the American Revolution. Back in the day, you would have found blunderbusses used for coach defense, for naval boating engagements. Here on the barrel, this mark here, the oval with the round V is for defense from a tower. Put the normal amount of powder in here to test the barrel strength. All right. Proof it. Everything looks great as far as what you want to see in an antique.
After Sean told me this film was real, I was like, damn, it's going to cost me more money.
So what do you think it's worth?
In an auction environment, something like this would be expected to bring anywhere between $3,500 to $5,500. In a more local situation, I would think it's
I think this thing is expired.
even not doing procedures. Under the proper circumstances, you could fire it. You know, I don't know. Master.
Thanks, Sean. This blunderbuss is an antique. 50 years old. You can shoot anything you want out of it. Freaking be crazy not to buy it.
So what do you want for it?
Man, I'm thinking $3 grand.
Keep on thinking.
Oh, yeah?
That's what it's worth at a nice retail store. Do you have a nice retail store?
No?
We got one.
You know. Said you want it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you $2 grand. Cash. Bucks straight.
Yeah, you know, I'll do the trade.
Okay, cool.
I'm really happy with the sale. I have $2,500 paid in the shop, so I can get my girl a nice ring, and I got rid of the blunderbuss, so it's good.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm hoping you can help me with this. A bronze bust.
Well, that's not Madonna the pop singer.
Not at all. Michelangelo is Madonna, licensed by the
This is pretty cool, man. This is supposed to be the Virgin Mary, right?
From the Pietà, made by Michelangelo. The original is in the Vatican.
Pretty neat. Michelangelo is probably recognized as one of the greatest artists today. Best known for the Sistine Chapel, David, which artist. He did sculptures like this. He was a poet. You guys know they never see his work is
I barter for everything. So I had the opportunity to trade some artwork for this.
Yeah, oh, it looks like it's in really good condition.
Venture Company thanks you for your patronage. Please enjoy your purchase of the basic Holland package.
So that's good. You got that going pretty good. It's a beautiful piece. I'm just not sure how sought after they are because Michelangelo himself didn't actually make it. That being said, I'm sure it has some type of value. How much do you
80 grand. That's what it's valued.
Yeah, I got no idea. I know the original is iconic, but it's just like more of that. I got a few questions about it, so I'm definitely going to come take a look at it. See how we can hang out.
Thank you. All right, thanks. And
Voltage increased. Voltage increased. Lethal force authorized.
it's asking.
Damaging this unit violates the terms of use.
Michelangelo himself.
Systems failing. Preparing release.
Reproduction of Michelangelo's Madonna del Pieta. This is the only piece that Michelangelo ever signed. And they say the reason he did it is there were tourists even back in his day that went to the Vatican, and they identified it as a different look. So with bronze, what you want to look at is any rough spots, any patina, make sure the marble. That's a 4 out of 5. Very, very nice patina on it. There's no damage. This is absolutely legitimate. This is the original bronze that was commissioned by the Vatican. It's fantastic. So.
Tell me what you think.
To get it from the Renaissance, it's 80,000. However, there are some on the secondary market. The secondary market, yeah, the workmanship is fantastic, and there's no doubt this is one of the new Renaissance
I'm looking at it.
Trade for everything. I saw you had 100 pounds of silver, and that's about $24,000. Your way, not my way.
So long as the math checks out, I can do it.
Okay, let's check it.
Maybe up at the counter, I'll bust the calculator out and figure out where we're at.
Thank you very much.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm thrilled. I made a sale today. And the value.
Nice doing business with you.
Thank you very much.
I'm making it. I'm going to show Rick how to buy something with something in the shop and then turn around and make a profit bigger than the profit I could have made.
There we go.
Hey, what do you got here?
I got a 1950s Las Vegas Club $5 chip.
Shut up!
$5. No. If I give you 3 or 4, I might shut up.
I decided to go into the pawn shop today to sell my Las Vegas Club casino chip. Supposedly there's only 8 of them in the world, and I've got one of them. I paid a lot for this chip, but I'm trying to collect chips, and I'd rather have 40 additional chips from different casinos as opposed to tie up a lot of my money in one chip.
The Las Vegas Club, which is still downtown, was one of the end places to be. In fact, it's one of the oldest casinos in town. Back in the day, $5 was a huge bet, and a person that bet $5 a hand was classified as a high roller. A lot of the old school Vegas guys hung out at the Las Vegas Club. The Gods, Binions, the Stupacs, they were high rollers. There's a good possibility they played with this chip. This is one of the rarest chips available. I'd say one of the top 20. The last time I was reading the chip book, there was 8 of these available.
That's what I understand.
Well, I think it's worth a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
Most of these chips are in rough condition due to the fact they were used up until the 50s. This chip here is as good as it gets. You want to pawn this and sell it?
I would like to sell it.
So what are you trying to get out of it?
$6,000.
I paid you $6,000 for you. It put me in my grave.
And from what I understand, back a long time ago, the casino re-glued the center sticker on half of them. And this one hasn't been re-glued, so mine's in a little better shape than some of the other ones.
I was thinking about $3,000.
How about $3,000 in a trade?
What do you want to trade?
$3,000 cash for this, plus those 3 statues right here. Frank, Sammy, and Dean.
You're trying to sell these statues for $600. That's okay with me.
How's it going? I got this harmonica. My grandfather used to play it all the time.
You can be kind of looks up to it and play it.
Oh, they definitely have to sell it after that. I came to the pawn shop today to I don't know what it's worth. I'm hoping I could get a Rolex out of it, but I might be reaching a little high for it, but we'll see.
So your grandpa play a lot, or?
Yeah, I remember him playing it by the campfire all the time. He always had in his car. It was great.
I don't know how to play it. You know anything about it?
Not really.
Okay, I've actually seen a few of these before. That right there, that really seriously ugly dude, is a company. Just about amazing condition for something that's 90 years old. Honers were some of the first harmonicas imported into the U.S., and old ones like this with the Zeppelin on the front of them are highly collectible. And this dude right here is Baron. It's a rigid frame. It does not have a rigid frame. So take all the air out of a blend. It will just, it's just basically a blue.
So why would the Zeppelin?
Because this one was made in the 1980s, 20s.
Yep.
Zeppelins were the coolest thing in the world at the time. They really were. And they were really considered the future of flight. They didn't think planes were going to be circling the world. I love the fact that they showed of course, the Hindenburg blew up in 1937, and that was the end of the Zeppelins. You want to sell it?
Yeah, I want to sell it.
Okay. Basically, if it didn't have the Zeppelin on there, it'd be worth No.
$50?
I mean, the thing's worth like $250, $300. I'm gonna make $50, $100 off you.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll do $200 and a fake Timex I have in the back.
That'll work.
You wanna jump the fence, you big
I'm here today to sell electronic company. Coming down the lawn shop to sell electronic division is great. It's from the 40s. I want to sell today because it's in the garage. I want to sell them to get these out. Collection hunter, minimum I'll take is probably $80. Basically, you plug it in. These cars go around the track and they go through the toll and they bounce around. This is the original box, but I tried to restore it. There's a copyright date of 1949.
This was probably early 60s. Take stuff back in. This thing was someone wants you put this thing works. It's so you kind of get the idea of what happens. They just go all around there. It's pretty neat. This toy is neat. It's short, but I got to pay a price for it that I can make a profit on. So what I'm trying to get out of
This is almost mint condition.
You tried to restore it.
How about 75? $40 and $20 in store credit.
I've ever seen.
Awesome.
I can't tell you how rare this stuff is. That is incredible.
Do you bums realize how much
in here?
property damage you've done?
Learning something new every day. 1954. This is at basically the height of first love. Babe Ruth, the great Babe Ruth.
Right where
this
you
one
belong, under my Get a load of 300 pounds per minute! What am I trading fools for? Get out here and fix
I really appreciate it. Of course, anytime, man. Usually, I am the guy who gives the best.
You'll pay for that!
So we found out a lot, my man. What do you want for him now? I'm gonna be really honest with you. I'm gonna get a lot of money for this myself. But it's gonna take years, and it's gonna take money. As great as it is to have Babe Ruth's signature, it's
mom will be really, really surprised that we got $6,000 for it. Although, I might keep it a secret.
Hey, can I help you?
Hello. Yes, actually, I have this.
All right. Are you a stamp collector?
I'm not, but they do appear to be very valuable. They're extremely old.
All right. The stamp that lost us the American colonies. Stamp Greenville Stamp Act in the attempt to tax the American colonies. Stamp in relation to the Stamp Act. Too bad my boss isn't here because he would really want to nerd out on this right now.
I'm here to sell some old stamps that I have. They're definitely unique. I know they're not like the stamps that we use today, that's for sure. I'm asking $250 for the stamps. I feel like they're worth some value because of how old they are.
This is pretty cool. I mean, basically what the Stamp Act was is the British Parliament deciding that all British citizens need to pay a paper tax, whether they lived on this continent or in Britain. So they imposed this Stamp Act of 1765. And if you lived on this continent at the time, it wasn't America. Everyone was from England. So this little stamp right here had to be on every single piece of paper, if I remember correctly. Otherwise, there was some type of legal consequence.
Oh, wow.
Got the best deals anywhere.
Actually, on here.
American colonies, yeah. We weren't quite America yet. This is right before, we fought the Revolutionary War to become free. They're pretty interesting. They almost look embossed. They kind of look royal, It kind of looks like something the British Parliament would make. It's these deep blue colors. How much are you looking to get for it?
I'm thinking probably like $250.
Well, normally I'd just go get my boss, but he's not going to be back for a few hours. If you have a few minutes to hang out, though, I can call my buddy, and he knows the value of all this kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple minutes.
It could be worth a lot of money.
I'd like to hear what the expert has to say because I'm confident they're valuable, but I'm not exactly sure how much. I'm just taking a wild guess on this.
So, this is what I called you about? I thought it was pretty interesting, but Rick wasn't around, and I figured even if he was, he'd call you down anyways.
He would love this. Yes, you're right. These are really, really interesting. This is something that a collector has put together who collected British revenue stamps. These ones up here are from the 1694 series, which was for general use by the British. However, this one here appears as a stamp issued by the British in line with the Stamp Act. Well, the Stamp Act was a way for the British Crown to raise money in the colonies in America. Remember, they had just come out of fighting the French and Indian War. They emerged victorious, but it was very expensive, and they wanted to recoup some of that money. So they came up with a Stamp Act, which specifically targeted the Americas. It mainly affected items on paper, although it also affected dice. I mean, who knew?
No gambling without a tax.
Exactly. I'll make sure it says America. The British issued all sorts of revenue stamps in the 18th century. If it says America, we're in business. Yes, it does. Yeah, this one says America. This is wonderful. So this is an important stamp.
Seems like there'd be a lot of these if you had to stamp it on every piece of paper.
You would think it was a relatively short-lived act. It was introduced in 1765 and just a few months later repealed. So there wasn't a lot of opportunity for their use.
What kind of value would you put on it?
Well, the basal value is about $400 or $500 if you're buying it in a stamp auction. But this also has some other stamps. I think to any advanced collector, it's easily a $1,000 item.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, appreciate it.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Looks like someone's happy with what they heard.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm working with 1,000 now. How does that sound to you?
It sounds like a little too much to me. Would you take $450?
$450. That, I think maybe if it was just these, but...
What are you thinking?
Well, I don't want to sell them for half what they're worth, so how about $650?
You think you could do 600?
I don't think so. That's a little too low. That's almost selling them for half what they're worth.
$250 to $650, huh?
I could just take them back with me.
I really want to show them to my boss, so I'm gonna make a deal. $650.
$650.
All right. Meet me right up here at the counter.
Okay.
I'll take these.
I'm leaving here with $650 for those stamps, and that's more than I was looking for, and that's awesome.
To the hotels and back from the airplane. He kept us on.
Have I got a deal for you?
One thing I really want to see is the IC costume labeled.
Tell me, did you ever see Elvis in
Pleasure
this?
doing business with you.
In this exact one, yes.
So you think this is the real deal?
I know it is.
What's it worth?
$50,000, $60,000, $55,000. That's a great coat.
So what do you think I should pay for it, chum?
40 grand.
$40,000 seems like a really high figure.
I'll go 50.
I'll go 40 grand. I'm giving you my best shot. I really am.
45, I'll do it.
All right, man. I wish we could work. Change your mind. Give me a call.
You 45?
I'll go 40.
You got it.
So this is it, huh?
It is. 1951 Chevy convertible that Steve McQueen drove in the movie The Hunter.
That looks sweet. I like this. So how much you want for it?
I'd like to be in the neighborhood of about 40 grand.
Do you mind if I have someone come down and take a look at it? Just make sure there's no major hidden problems, everything's correct?
Sure, understand.
Wow. I'm really glad you guys called me out for this one, man.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Should we take it for a spin? Is that all right?
Whatever you want to do.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna drive it. Yeah, I'm the one buying it.
What'd you have me come out here for?
Check it out, make sure everything's cool on it.
Well, how do you expect me to check the car out if you're not gonna let me drive it?
Fine.
Thanks, brother.
I can't believe I'm in the back seat of this thing.
How's it back there, Rick? Comfortable?
I should be driving this car right now.
Rick, you should feel this. You'd really like it.
Yeah, whatever. So what do you think it's worth?
In the low 30s, as far as the car is concerned. Now you've got the McQueen factor.
Okay.
That falls right into your court. Absolutely.
All right, so how much do you want for it?
40 grand.
I'll give you 35 cash.
Can you come up a couple grand?
37?
I think it's a fair price.
37,000?
Hey, came in with a 1951 Panhead bike for you guys to check out today.
All right, sweet. I got a warehouse in the back. You want to pull it around and meet you over there?
Sounds good.
So this is it, huh?
That's it, man. 51 Panhead.
It looks pretty sweet. What are you looking to get out of it?
19,000.
I got a friend in town. Do you mind if I have him take a look at it?
Absolutely.
So this is it, man. 51 Pan.
Yeah, this is looking good. Could you start it up for me?
Absolutely.
Sounds good, man. Fine.
What do you think it's worth?
I would put it at 15,000.
I'd like to offer you like 10 grand for it.
15.
I'll give you 13 grand for it.
14.
13.3 and you got a deal, man. Whoa, 13, that's high enough, man.
How about 13.5 and you got a deal?
I'm not gonna lose the bike over 200 bucks. Potential customer!
This is really cool. Where in the hell did you get these?
Speechless.
I gotta make money. Oh my God. This is practically the best. What is this?
This is a model 1894 Marlin.
This is like the nicest Marlin you could order out of the catalog, period.
Just about.
It's a great rifle. And how much were you looking to get out of it?
I'm looking for 41,000.
I'm thinking like 20,000. I think that's a fair price on the gun.
It's a big drop from 41.
21,000. I take the gun, I take all the risks. I'm the one who's got to resell it, and you walk around with the money.
28,500.
21,000. That's the best I will go on it. 21,000. I got to make money.
25,000.
$21,000. I'm sticking to my guns.
I think I'll do it.
Okay, we got a deal, man.
We got a 1940 Indian Chief with sidecar, World War II veteran.
What are you looking to get out of the bike?
So there's less than 400 in the world.
Okay.
So I was hoping to get between $55,000 and $60,000.
I got a buddy that I'd really like to have take a look at it, let me know what it's worth, a few things like that.
Wow, this thing is clean. I'm speechless. So why'd you bring me down here, man? This thing's beautiful.
You know, I need to know what it's worth.
Before I give a price, I mean, I'd like to take a ride in it, see how the suspension is in that sidecar.
You bet.
I'm really excited to go on a test ride. I know how sidecars are. They're fun, but they're bouncy.
There's just no cool way to ride this sidecar.
It's like a roller coaster almost. Yeah, man, it's really smooth. Yeah,
Rides nice like a Cadillac.
So, Chrisman, what do you think it's worth?
Well, I seen not too long ago, just the bike alone sold for $40,000. The sidecar, you're probably looking at $5,000–6,000.
What's your bottom number, man?
I came in thinking the bottom line would be 46,000.
Maybe 38 grand for it.
I got to get 40 out of it.
I'm a sucker for motorcycles, man. I'm not going to lose it over 2 grand. 40 grand.
There she is. I got a phone call earlier with a guy who had a rock crawler for sale. Looks cool. I'm not going to buy one of these things unless I can drive it, so I told him to meet me out at the dry lake bed. Okay, let's get in this thing. I have been in vertical. I've rolled these things. It's fun. All right, let's go. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me.
You don't have to let off either. You just slam it.
It handles like a champ. Looks like some trails man right on. I know. The thing drives great. It's everything he says it is.
So, what did you think?
Pretty impressed.
Yeah?
I'm thinking like 35 grand.
Part the car out for 50.
It's a very, very interesting toy.
One of a kind.
40?
44.
I'll give you 41. That's what I mean. That's it. That's all I can do.
41's it. I'll do it.
All right, dude. Meet me down at my shop. I'll see you in like an hour. I'll have cash, check, whatever you want.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Great.
thanks, man. I think I made a pretty good deal on it, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it before I sell it. What is this?
I have Keith Haring artwork.
Okay, cool. Where in the hell did you get these?
I got them from a friend who got them from Keith Haring's Lover's Lover.
Keith Haring's Lover's Lover.
Yes.
What a tangled web we weave.
These might not look like much, but Keith Haring's art really did make a big social impact in the 1980s. I mean, the guy is an icon. I love it when I have a recognizable artist like Haring in my shop.
And how much do you want for him?
75,000.
Let me have someone check these out, and if he says they're legit, we'll do something.
Looking forward to it.
These are the herrings you were telling me about.
Alleged herring.
Alleged herrings, okay. These are great. The thing about Keith Haring, you see a Keith Haring, you know it's a Keith Haring. It's definitely not a print. You can see the inks, you can see where they're laid on and would be applied with a tip. Now, I'm looking at the signature, and it looks pretty good. I think they're legitimate Haring originals.
Me too.
Okay, so what do you think they're worth?
In the $40,000 to $50,000 range.
Okay. I'll give you 45 grand for them.
50,000 and they're yours.
I'll go 48 grand. That's what I'll go.
49,000?
No. Find someone else to pay you that much money cash. You won't find it here in this
The
town.
blood trolls
All right.
are scattered,
Deal.
but we must
Hey,
find
Rick.
the source of the rot and destroy
Answer a couple
it.
questions for me.
Guard yourselves.
He's the one that bought it.
Who knows what
Hey, so what's
lurks
up?
in these caves?
Maybe
Okay. That was Jonathan. This is the one he put the cheap cigars in. In terms of presidential memorabilia, this is practically the best. I mean, there will never be any more cigar boxes owned by JFK. Only cigar box in the Oval Office. And that's why it's not a one of a kind. 80,000.
I get more like 60,000.
Give me 80 grand for it.
Yeah.
75 is what I could take. 75. This thing is nice. They're all equal. I'm sort of amazed. This thing could be a serious jackpot. Hey, it's you again. What do you got?
Brought for you a book, the Book of Mormon.
Mormons played a key role in the Western expansion of the U.S. This book isn't just significant to Mormons. It's a unique historical document. Now, big question is, as usual, how much?
I was going to ask something on the order of like $25,000.
Damn. Well, you know the drill. You can't help me out. You tell me.
The Book of
Actually really cool. These books are really hard to find.
Okay, so what's it worth?
Rick, this is by far the most
Time
valuable book
for a
you've ever read.
sacrifice!
I would appraise this book actually at about $40,000.
I think $20,000.
Can you give me a little? Just
You gave me an extra $1,000 last time. This time I'll give it to you, so we'll do it that way.
It's a deal. $24,000.
We're here because the guy has quite a few really collectible Indian motorcycles, and as we pull up, it really is amazing.
Here's the Indian motorcycle collection I told you about.
These are just badass. Where in the hell did you get all these, man?
They've come from all over the world.
You wouldn't give me a number on all of them.
I'd have to think about that in just a little bit.
He wants to sell. Seriously considering getting one of these for shop. But Corey is like a kid in a candy store who wants all the candy.
Off room 250.
No. That's just getting a little It's a big risk, but the reward is
Start throwing me numbers here.
You take $250 for all of them?
Probably not.
What if it was $100 bills?
Nope.
That's $250,000, man. That's a lot of money.
Really enticing. When I brought them out, after looking at them, there's still things I could sell. 1970, I'm interested in selling, yes.
I'll give you 50 cash for it.
I cried doing it, but I take 60. 57.5.
All right. 19. Where did you get this?
I won it at a
This is like one of the holy grails of American coins. There's like a dozen of these things in the world. It's pretty rare. Oh, well, it's kind of rare. So, how much do you want for it? 1,000. Wait, you want 20 for it? 20. No, this is worth a lot more than 20 grand. That's pretty cool. You mind if I call a friend to take a look at this? And this is it.
A 1922 Harley Peace Dollar walks in the door.
This guy got in a poker game.
The claim is perfectly legitimate.
What's it worth?
North of 50, but less than 100.
20 grand, I called him Dave. I'm not $100. I'll give you $5,000. What about that? I think 75.
Meet me in the middle at 80, and you got it.
It's a deal.
All right, okay.
All right. And a piece of rock and roll history for you here. This is a 1941 Gibson SJ200. It was owned by Stephen Stills of the
That this thing is serious jack.
You get 110,000.
Sounds like tell you the truth, I don't know if that's a ridiculous number or a fair one. So I'm going to call in my buddy Jesse. He's just, this guy knows everything there is to know about guitars. Maybe we'll do You do not see
Is 75, 90 grand by itself without This is it. This is the one. If you're going to buy one, this is the only one that's available.
I'll give you 85. I cannot go anymore. I can't.
I've got to have 90.
Okay. Change your mind. Call me.
85 million.
All right. Hey, Rick.
Some guy in the back. I don't know.
Tell me $23.50. Gone in 60 Seconds, the movie. It's Eleanor, I get it. So how much are you gonna get out of it? I'm gonna call up a buddy of mine, have him come down here and help me figure out the price.
Now that's a car. You know, this is definitely a car that's been cherished, I can tell that.
Take it for a spin around the block, no problem. That's
The test drive was awesome, man. It's a solid car, it felt good, it's got really good power. You know that car would get the goods when you lay in the throttle.
What do you think it's worth?
100 to 110,000 bucks.
I'm not going to negotiate.
What manner of creature is this?
You got a deal.
It must not be allowed
How the hell did
to
you
reach
get this
this
through my door?
surface. Destroy it now!
I don't know. Really expensive book.
I would have sold it for less than 50 grand.
What do we have here, and how in the hell did you get this through my door?
Very carefully. I came down to the pawn shop today to sell my pinball machine for this day. 1972 Williams line drive. I used to be a pinball wizard, but I'm just too old now. This was a rare find. The big feature on it is it's got this animated back glass where the players, as you score runs, they will actually get up and run around the base.
Okay. These old pinball machines are really cool, and the market's pretty good for them. If I can get this for the right price, I should have no problem selling it. What are you looking to get out of it?
I have never seen this form of
5,500.
corruption
That's a good deal
before.
based on this condition.
I just kind
With
of feel
this
like
bridge
that's
to the
probably what I'll get out of
surface,
it.
you will not
I'm
be
gonna have to
able
resell
to
it. I gotta
contain
make
it.
Massive breach 3,500 bucks.
What would you say to 4,000?
37.50.
You got a deal.
Deal? All right,
Thank you,
cool.
sir. I paid $800 for it. I'm thrilled with $37.50.
Hey, how can I help you?
I'm here to sell a couple of my Norman Rockwell, the Little Spoons.
This one's definitely
Mother not responding.
I came down to the pawn shop today to sell my Norman Rockwell Little Spoons. I would pay probably $5,000. The other print we have is dressing up, and there was only 60 of these made.
This is really neat. People mention American artists. Very good people that think no one expressed American culture like that. Now, the big question is, how much do you want? 8,000. All right. Let me get someone down here to take a look at him. I just need his advice. All right?
Sounds good.
Pretty cool. What do you think?
Yeah, this is fantastic. This is actually one of Norman Rockwell's quintessential images. I mean, you see this one on everything from California. This work was on Saturday. It's one really
So the big thing, what do you think they're worth?
Dressing up is not going to have the value of the little spooners. I can't see it about $1,000, $1,500. The little spooners, this one I could see in the $8,000, $9,000 range.
Okay. So, what's your best price on it?
I think I'd like to hang on to dressing up the Little Spoons. How about 8,000?
Maybe like 4,500.
How about 7,000?
Let's say around 4,800. Go 55? I'll go 5.
All right, I'll take that.
All right, sweet. Just follow me up.
He needs to resell them and make a profit, so I'm happy with it.
So what do we got?
My Ultra 4 race car.
It's kind of like a hybrid between a trophy truck and a rock crawler, right?
Yeah. To race Ultra 4 competitively, you better spend a lot of money and a lot of time. You can't have another hobby.
Top speed, what's up?
100 miles an hour.
You want to show me?
Absolutely. Once they see this car going, they're going to win. Whoa.
This thing is pretty badass. I could see having a lot of fun with this thing. We both know once you build this stuff, you never get some money out of it.
Well, I'm only asking 50.
I'll do 20.
Could you do 42?
25.
That's if I pull my lights, my nav, and my Tom.
Nope. I'm taking it off.
How about 27 and I throw in the wrist?
We can do that. That's a deal.
Thanks.
Dude, we're gonna take this thing out of New Jersey. And make you drive it.
Sanitized.
Hey, Bernie, how's it going? How are you, Rick?
This is it.
Final
The Mouse
system.
House.
Destroy virulent source.
I've been collecting Mickey Mouse and Disney things since about
The Titan bought us
1968.
time,
Before
but
it was pop
Gahun
chic.
will not stay contained
You are
for
looking to
long.
sell some stuff, right?
Well, I've got a couple pieces that I could show you that I think you'd find rather interesting. Come here, let me show you. I have probably the largest accumulation of what they called Old King Cole store displays. It's a Mickey, Donald, and another Mickey. Amazing. They were made by a company called Old King Cole. There were very few made and very few survived.
I want these store displays. I'm a closet Disney freak. This is stuff that will never come my way again. I need to have this. So how much were you looking to get out of these?
I need $15,000 on the Donald, $25,000 for the pair, and this one over here, $12,000.
So if I took them all?
$35,000, Rick.
Did you go 30?
You're gonna negotiate with me?
Can we meet in the middle?
That would be $32.50, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you made yourself a hell of a buy.
I'm absolutely giddy. Let's go look at some other stuff.
All right.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. This is the Treaty of Amity, Commerce, and Navigation, otherwise known as Jay's Treaty. This is Thomas Jefferson's personal copy.
Whoa. Jay's Treaty was a very unpopular piece of legislation, but it was really significant because it was our first major treaty with another country. So if this book actually belonged to Thomas Jefferson, we're talking a lot of money. This is super exciting. I'm assuming you want to sell it. Is that why you're here?
Yes.
Okay. And how much are you looking to get out?
I'm looking for $75,000.
Okay. I'm going to call a friend of mine. I think he'll actually pee himself over this thing.
If he expresses an opinion with which I disagree, I won't hesitate to set him straight.
If this is what you said it is, I'm going to be a very excited person. Jefferson had a secret way of marking his books. He would put a T, his first initial T, in front of the I page. That is what they should look like there. That is an awesome piece of American history.
Now, the big question is, what do you think this would go for?
If I were offering this to one of my good clients, I'd probably put a price of $75,000 on it. So,
Okay.
What's your best price?
Well, $75,000 is my asking price.
I'm a buyer at $40,000. I know that seems a big stretch from 75.
I could take it down to $60,000.
I will go 47, and I am skittish at that.
50,000. That's it.
Let me have it for 48.
It's got to be 50. It's got to be 50.
Oh my God.
I cannot go below 50.
Deal.
Sold. I'm very pleased to have gotten $50,000 for it. I would have sold it for less than 50 grand.
This is the best known image of World War II.
It's fascinating.
This is badass.
This is nice.
Look at this. This thing's sweet, Rick.
I've never loved a gun so much.
My buddy Bill called me, told me that there's a customer down here with a rat rod for sale, so I came down to check it out.
1927 Essex Super 6. We found it in South Dakota. It's been sitting in an open field since 1943. All the headlights are made out of pails and buckets. Anheuser-Busch beer keg, aluminum gas tank. The tunnel is made out of an old aluminum trash can. License plates for the floors. It's got the anti-theft device where we've got the knives over here.
Good idea.
Just a little.
All right, so tell me, man, what are you looking to get out of it?
Well, it's worth $17,500.
Says who? The Rat Rod Blue Book? Do you mind if I drive it?
Check it out. Just make sure you take the anti-theft device off first.
For sure. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. It's nice. I was pleasantly surprised. Actually drove well, it turned well. There wasn't very many problems I could say as far as driving the vehicle goes. Refresh my memory, man. What were you asking for this thing?
$17,500.
I can do 13. That's the most I can go, though.
Yeah, I guess I'll take 13.
13? All right, deal.
It's an iconic piece of history. It's an original drawing by the sculptor of the Iwo Jima Memorial.
Hey, Rick!
I'm right here.
I'm sorry, your bald spot was blinding me.
Rick, how you doing?
Good. What are you doing here?
The old man asked me to look at some police badges, so I thought I'd come down and take a look at them.
Okay, well, look at this.
Very nice.
So how much are you looking to get out of this?
$18,000.
Okay. Do you think it was done by him?
Unfortunately, I don't know his drawings. you're going to have probably Brett come in or somebody that knows art.
Let me call in Brett.
Do you mind if I hang around? I'd love to hear what he has to say.
So is it real?
I'd say it's probably authentic. But again, especially when you hear what value I'm going to put on it, you might want more than a probably. I'd probably put a value on this approaching $20,000. Assuming authenticity, I think this could be a very valuable work. A certificate of authenticity is only as good as the entity backing it up. Because in the absence of that, I just can't advise Rick to purchase a work on a definite maybe.
All right. I would pay you $15,000 any day of the week for this thing, but I need more.
Okay.
I just got to see that first.
I understand, and I'll get it for you. Remember me?
Yes, I do.
Here it is. I've got 2 letters from Felix DeWolden's widow.
Drawings by my husband. Oh, you've got it notarized?
Yes. There are some pictures of my source with the artist himself, certificate of authenticity, and then there's a copy of my bill of sale when I originally cut it.
Now we have a whole chain of custody and everything's cool.
Excellent.
So, it's a deal.
This is an original Nepalese Bira gun.
Does it work?
I've been told it works.
So you haven't fired it?
Not fired this.
And how much do you want for it?
I'm asking $30,000.
$30,000. Let me call up a friend. Let me get him down here. I just want him to look at this thing, confirm it's old enough for me to buy it.
This is nice. A Bira. It is an amazing piece. You're planning on shooting this?
Yeah, we're gonna take out the firing range in the morning and meet up with Alex. Want to come?
Yeah.
Look at this. It is tremendously unique, and I have never seen one fire.
Who's first?
Well, all righty.
I've never loved the gun so much. Here we go.
Nice. Right on target.
So what's your best price on this thing?
I'm asking $30,000.
20,000 is the most I can do. It's the most I can pay and still makes sense. All right, sweet. A guy called me up and he's got a 2014 Hertz Penske Mustang GT that he wants to sell. And he has it stored at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So this is it, huh?
This is it. That's right.
How much you looking to get out of it?
$85,000.
So I have someone out here at the track. Do you mind if I go grab him? He's a friend of mine. I just want him to look at it, okay?
Sure.
I'm Joey Logano. I drive the number 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford in NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
Actually, I was helping someone test drive it for me.
I'm always up for that.
I don't know if I should be scared or excited.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's hit it.
Holy. You know, you don't have to get that close to the wall, dude. This thing's a lot faster than I thought it was. Oh my God.
It's okay. It's at one piece.
So, Joey, what do you think it's worth?
Around $75,000. That's my, my guess.
So what's your best price?
62, Rick.
I'll write you a check for 60 grand. And it'll even be good.
I'll do it.
All right, man, it's a deal. I'm at one of the biggest coin auctions of the year in Florida right now. This is the place where all the big money buyers are at. The main coin I'm looking for here in Orlando is a 1915 San Francisco Pan Pacific $50 gold piece. A little birdie told me that you had an Octagon Pan Pacific $50 gold piece.
I do. Would you like to see it?
Sure.
There it is.
That is cool. So how much you asking for this?
$70,000.
We do 66.
Out of courtesy, I'll do 67.5.
You got a deal, man.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Corey, there's a mummy in the shop.
Look at that.
Whoa, I just love everything about these. I'm looking at massive risk here. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. I have a $50 legal tender note from 1880, and I have an 1890 legal tender treasury note, which is also known as an ornate or a fancy back.
Okay, these are cool. And they're pretty damn rare. I just love everything about these. How much were you looking to get out of them?
$35,000.
Tell you the truth, I have no idea if that's a great price or not. Let me call on someone to look at them, and we'll go from there.
That's fair.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ah,
This is why I call you in when I have this weird stuff.
Great paper money. These are two very fantastic items.
So what are they worth?
The $20 treasury note, I would expect in auction to bring between 12 and 16,000, and the 1880 I would expect to bring between 10 and 15,000 on a conservative basis.
Somewhere between 22 and 30, basically?
That's about right.
I think that sounds reasonable.
No, I'm glad to hear that.
What's your best price on them?
I'd like to get 30,000 for the two of them.
Thinking more 17?
25.
22, I think I'll do all right.
Fine, you got a deal.
Sweet.
What's up, dude? How you doing? I have an Egyptian carcinage mummy mask.
Hey, Corey, there's a mummy in the shop.
This is interesting.
How old is it? It is believed to be from 2nd century AD.
What are you looking to get out of it, my man?
I would like to get $70,000 for it.
You mind if I have a friend of mine come down and take a look at it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that. Some mummy's missing its mask.
So, is it real?
This is real.
What do you think it's worth?
20,000 to like maybe 22.5.
What are you looking to get for it?
I can come down on the price, knowing what he just said. I would say $30,000 for it.
I don't like having that much money out waiting, whether it's 6 months or 5 years before somebody comes in and buys this. No, I'll give you 20 grand. Bottom line, man, what's the lowest you'll go?
30,000.
I'll go 21.
If I can't get 30, I'm just gonna have to.
I'll go 20. I'll go 22.
I'm gonna pass, man. I'm sorry. I can't come to a deal.
All right. All right, you want 30 for it?
$30,000.
$30,000.
My man, you got a deal.
All right, deal. Meet me over there. Let's do some paperwork.
All right.
Show me, guard that with your knife.
Your man's gonna kick my now.
Hey, what do we got here?
This is a 1918 series Federal Reserve note, and this is a $500 1882 gold note.
Whoa, these are a little bit more than just high grade. Yeah, these are incredible.
Thank you.
So how much you want for these?
I'd like to get even $50,000 for them.
Okay. I want one of my friends to come down here and look at it. So hang on a few minutes and I'll get him down here.
Okay.
All right, be right back.
What do we have here today?
You know, 2 $500 bills that he wants a lot of money for.
I'll tell you right now, my favorite one out of both of these is this 1918 500 features Chief Justice John Marshall, who essentially helped create the Supreme Court to be co-equal to our government. Pretty historical individual.
Okay, so what do you think they'll go for?
Individually, I think in auction, I would expect the 1918 $500 Federal Reserve note to bring $20,000 to $30,000, and the 1882 $500 gold certificate, because of the grade and the restoration work, in auction, I think one could expect to pay around $20,000.
So what's the best price you'll take for them?
I bet 40.
There's no money at 40.
37?
No, I'll go 35. It makes no sense for me to give you a dime more than that.
All right, you got a deal.
Oh, sweet, man. Let's go up front and I'll write you up. These are cool.
Are you happy
A customer
now?
called the shop and she has a knock volley gun. She lives in Boulder City and the gun range is right in the middle, so I figured that's where we'd meet.
Taurens are
That is a
born
big
hogs.
gun to put 7 barrels in one.
Here's the beef. Mess with the bull, you get the horns.